What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that cost you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
Need to schedule an appointment for an X-ray, MRI, CT, nuclear medicine, or an ultrasound? Call SMDH Centralized Scheduling at 573-453-5952. SMDH will schedule your tests while working around your personal schedule, help you pre-register for service, and help you navigate insurance requirements before your appointment. Schedule your radiology appointment today with Salem Memorial District Hospital by calling Centralized Scheduling, 453-5952. The Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Hi, I'm Bill Pollock, host of Show Me Today. We listened to you, Missouri, and brought you a daily radio show that brings you captivating stories of people, places, and topics around our state.
What was lacking in all these years before this was someone with the desire.
Now, if you miss a segment or entire show, just download our podcast.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Subscribe to Show Me Today on Apple or wherever you find your favorite podcasts and add us to your list.
Show Me Today.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Currently outside our studios, we have partly sunny skies. We're windy out there with northwesterly winds anywhere from 16 to 18 miles per hour. They may gust up as high as 34 miles per hour. Now for your forecast. We'll continue to be sunny today with a high near 65 degrees. Those breezy conditions are going to stay with us. And we'll have a northwesterly wind anywhere from 16 to 18 miles per hour with gusts as high as 34 miles per hour. Tonight, skies will be mostly clear with low temperature around 41 degrees. Winds will be out of the northwest at 13 to 18 miles per hour with gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Tomorrow should be sunny with our high temperature reaching near 67 degrees. Northwesterly winds tomorrow will be 14 to 18 miles per hour with gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. And our wind chill value will be as low as 33 degrees early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night, we expect mostly clear skies, low temperature around 44 degrees. Winds will be out of the west at 6 to 8 miles per hour, becoming southerly after midnight tomorrow night. Saturday should be sunny with a high temperature reaching near 80 degrees. Winds will be out of the southwest at 9 to 17 miles per hour with gusts as high as 26 miles per hour. We expect partly cloudy skies Saturday night with a low temperature around 55 degrees. We'll have breezy wind conditions Saturday night. Sunday should be sunny with a high temperature near 83. Then will be mostly clear Sunday night with a low temperature around 58 degrees. Monday should be mostly sunny. Our high temperature should be near 83 degrees. Then Monday night, and actually through Wednesday, we're going to have a chance of showers through that time frame with mostly cloudy skies and low around 62 degrees Monday night. We'll be breezy again Monday night. Then breezy on Tuesday with those chances of showers and partly sunny skies and a high near 77. A reminder that we still have a chance of showers Tuesday night with partly cloudy skies, low around 60 degrees, and that will continue. Chance of showers on Wednesday with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 83 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
I love to read. I always have. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. When Mrs. Ash introduced me to Dick, Jane, Sally, Puff, and Spot in first grade, my world expanded, and my passion for the written word was born. Words are powerful. It is my opinion that some people will use as many of them as possible to say something that could be said in fewer words. Oh, I've nothing against long letters from a soldier stationed overseas, or thick books that take us on adventures or teach us about history or interesting cultures. I do, however, get a little suspicious when too many words are used to tell me how a new law will make things better for me, my family, my community, my state, and my country. Most bills introduced to the House and Senate are not presented in what you and I would consider a reader-friendly text. To fully understand many bills, even those with an eye trained for reading legislation need to read it over and over again. How do lawmakers find time to read through the hundreds of pieces of legislation presented each year, let alone be proficient enough on the ins and outs of each to argue for or against? I know they have aides who read, reread, and advise, but if a proposed law is going to greatly impact the citizenry, I would hope my congressman or woman has read it through himself or herself. I know there are a lot of things wrong in this country today. I know that many Americans expect lawmakers to go to Washington, D.C. or the State House and write and pass laws that will fix all that is wrong. At some point, the citizens of this great nation are going to have to be accountable for their own actions or lack thereof. You cannot legislate the laziness, irresponsibility, carelessness, meanness, selfishness, and stupidity out of people, no matter how many words you use. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
FCS Financial, with you every step of the way.
Missouri farmers and ranchers work hard to provide the food we put on our tables. No matter what comes, they're in the fields every day. FCS Financial is committed to supporting those farmers and ranchers along with our rural communities today and tomorrow. At FCS Financial, we understand the cyclical nature of agriculture and the challenges that can present. We also recognize no two situations are the same, and that's why we meet and work with our member owners individually to learn about them, their operation, and their goals. We want to provide the best experience and achieve the best outcome for everyone involved, because FCS Financial is a cooperative focused on being a responsible lender for more than 27,000 Missouri farmers, ranchers, and agribusinesses who depend on us. FCS Financial, an equal housing lender and equal opportunity provider.
The Cardinals magazine, the care and quality of its presentation, the thick paper, the glossy photographs, and photographs from Stan Musial to Lou Brock to Jim Edmonds to the present-day players, the Cardinal tradition, the history. It will put you right there in Busch Stadium behind home plate like no other magazine. And it's easy to start a subscription. Just call 314-345-9000 or visit cardinals.com/magazine.
Direct cash cattle trade remains quiet and cash hogs are lower at midday. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with the Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade remains relatively quiet. Bids have surfaced in Texas at $180 to $181 live, and in Nebraska at $293 to $295 dressed. Asking prices are at $186 live in the south and $295 to $297 dressed in the north. There's only been some scattered business take place throughout the week. Look for packer inquiry and business to pick up before the end of the day Friday. Boxed beef is higher at midday on good demand for solid offerings. Choice up 42 cents at $298.65. Select is $1.11 higher at $297.13. At the Hub City Livestock Auction in South Dakota, the best test was on steers 800 to 949 pounds, which were mostly steady. The best test on heifers was 700 to 749 pounds, which were $4 lower. The USDA says demand was moderate to good for feeders, depending on flesh condition. Backgrounding and grass-type cattle continued to see very good demand. Quality varied, but mostly were average to attractive. Receipts were down on the week and the year, and feeder supply included 73% steers, and 92% of the offering was over 600 pounds. Medium and large one feeder steers, 803 to 848 pounds, brought 247.75 to 264.50. Feeder steers 903 to 941 pounds, brought $230.50 to $233. Medium and large one feeder heifer 673 to 694 pounds, brought $256.50 to $266. Cash hogs are lower at midday with moderate negotiated purchases. Processors didn't have to get too aggressive in their procurement efforts to move needed numbers. Demand for U.S. pork continues to be a bright spot, and this week's export sales report showed another strong week as net sales were up 65% from a week ago. The industry also continues to monitor the availability of market-ready hogs and hog weights. Bears and Gilt at the National Daily Director down $1.30 with a weighted average of 88.23. Prices at the regional direct markets were not reported at midday due to confidentiality. Butcher hog prices at the Midwest cash markets are steady at midday at $55. And pork values are higher at midday, up 86 cents at $101.11. Bellies, picnics, and ribs were sharply higher. Butts, loins, and hams were lower to sharply lower. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield. In addition to growing demand for U.S. pork here at home, it's also important to move the needle internationally. Dr. David Newman, Senior Vice President for Market Growth, says the pork checkoff is driving demand with international customers by focusing on different areas.
Like Japan and Mexico. We continue to look at expanding markets all around the world. Key markets like South Korea, soon to be Southeast Asia.
Andy says strategic partnerships are key to growing demand internationally.
We're able to take producer dollars and partner with the U.S. Meat Export Federation along with USDA in something called the Market Access Program, and we can actually leverage dollars one-to-one. So if we were to make a $5 million investment in international, we can multiply that into a $10 million investment for expanding market access around the globe.
Go to brownfield.com and click on the Appetite for Pork Report banner to see the full conversation.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. David Leroy Bergner, age 80 of Salem, passed away Monday, April 8th in Chesterfield, Missouri. Funeral services for David Bergner will be today at 1 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of David Bergner started this morning at 11 and will continue until service time at 1. Burial will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to St. Jude Children's Hospital. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for David Leroy Bergner of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Leon Leo Bays, age 53 of Steelville, passed away Sunday, April 7th. Funeral services for Leon Bays will be Saturday morning at 11 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary by Burnham Chapel. Visitation will be Friday evening from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Wilson Mortuary by Burnham Chapel. Burial will be in the Upper Indian Creek Cemetery. And all arrangements for Leon Leo Bays of Steelville are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Viburnum. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that cost you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Dent County Commission met for their regular meeting this morning. At the meeting was Grant Wilson from 8th District Representative Jason Smith's office, who wanted to let people know Smith would be at the Dent County Republican Lincoln Days on Thursday, April 18th. Also in attendance was Mike Swires, who was asking, as a concerned citizen, what the status was of the broadband situation in Dent County. He is seeing all the surrounding counties receiving funding from the state for improved broadband, but is not seeing anything for Dent County. The commission told Swires they have been to numerous meetings on this, and Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said it is brought up at every MRPC meeting. Currently, the Missouri Department of Economic Development has a window open where citizens can challenge what the Missouri broadband map shows as having adequate, little, or no service. Challengers will be able to provide information that would indicate the locations that should or should not be available for funding. Time is running out as the window for filing challenges will close on Tuesday, April 23rd. If you currently do not have broadband, you will need to go to a location that offers public access to a computer or to a location that has internet service with your phone and go to this website, ded.mo.gov/office-broadband-development, and click on the Broadband Availability Challenge and enter the requested information. Candidate for the 120th State Representative, Lancer Blair, was also in attendance at the commission meeting and said he attended the Crawford County Lincoln Days and a meeting of We the People in Crawford County. Dent County Treasurer Danita Williams gave the sales tax figures the county received from the state this month. In the General Revenue Fund and the Law Enforcement Sales Tax Fund, the county received $98,610.46, which is up from April of 2023 receipts by $19,157.38. Year-to-date, those funds are up $3,610.28. For the Road and Bridge Fund, the county received $43,386.02, and that is up $8,857.85 from April of 2023. Year-to-date, that fund is down $1,173.18. The jail operating and trust funds each received $87,193.68 in April, and that was up $17,770.96 over last April. Year-to-date, those funds are each down $1,155.95. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Wes Mowbray said the work crews would be digging up a soft spot on the Chip and Seal County Road 4185. They'll be solidifying the base and rebuilding the road at that location. Once done, the county will re-chip and seal that part of the road and finish chip and sealing the rest of the roadway. Mowbray also said brush was going to be cut on County Road 6470. District 2 Commissioner Gary Polk said workers were stockpiling gravel at the Road and Bridge Department, plus maintenance was being done on grader number 40. A new fuel tank was being put on truck number 82, and work was being done on the exhaust of truck number 122. Commissioner Larson said he and the commissioners attended the MAC Legislative Day and heard from Governor Mike Parsons. He also attended the TAC, or will be attending the TAC, HUD, and MRPC regular meetings tonight at St. James. Dent County Clerk Angie Curley said she attended the MAC board meeting on Monday where they discussed numerous issues. She went on to say that she balanced with the collector and assessor on all monthly collections, add-ons, and abatements. She said she is also getting preliminary work done for the August primary election. The next meeting of the commission will be Monday morning at 9 o'clock at the courthouse, and the meeting will be open to the public. The Phelps County Public Housing Authority, PHA, will host a public hearing to accept comments on the PHA's annual plan Tuesday afternoon, April 16th at 2 o'clock at the Merrimack Regional Planning Commission, No. 4 Industrial Drive in St. James. The Phelps County PHA provides HUD Section 8 rental assistance to persons in Crawford, Dent, Gasconade, Marys, Phelps, outside the city of Rolla, and Washington counties. The plan is a comprehensive guide to PHA policies, programs, operations, and strategies for meeting local housing needs and goals. The annual plan is submitted to HUD each year. The plan is available for review at MRPC Phelps County PHA through April 16th. Written comments will be accepted through April 17th and can be submitted to MRPC, attention Donald Keeney, Housing Program Manager. Persons needing more information should contact Keeney at 573-265-2993 or via email at dkeeney, that's DKEENEY, at SouthwestRegion.org. Anyone needing special accommodations for the public hearing should contact Keeney at least 48 hours in advance of the hearing. The Denton County Fire Protection District Board of Directors met Tuesday evening after approval of the consent agenda and approval of the March minutes. The financial report was heard, showing an ending balance of $227,902.27 as of March 31st. Bills, payments, and statements, along with the budget, were reviewed and approved. During the calendar review, it was noted that on April 15th there would be a walkthrough at the R1 school for a fire safety inspection. The monthly reimbursement report showed a total of 33 calls for the month of March and 105 calls year-to-date. Of those calls for service, 16 were fire calls, along with responding to 4 accidents, 3 alarm calls, 2 agency assist, 2 medical calls, and 1 each public service and utility problems. 4 calls were listed as other. In old business, the lawn care service bids were presented with a $150 bid from Scenic Rivers and a bid of $80 from Larry Lundy. It was suggested that Chief Floyd take care of getting the lawn mowed. The tower lease information was tabled until after a statement is received, as well as bids for the repair of water damage. It was reported to the board that the repeater has been installed and working properly. After a second reading of a bylaw change for closed sessions, a vote was made and carried to accept the latest changes to page 7 of closed sessions and was made a permanent part of the bylaws. The board also discussed the truck and SCBA financing. The bid from the Bank of Salem was 9% for 5 years. Progressive Ozark Bank 5.49% for 7 years. Community Leasing Partners was 5.99% for 7 years, and Town and Country Bank was 5.25% for 10 years. The bid was approved from Town and Country Bank. In new business, Vince Murdoch came in to talk to the board about a bill he had received for a fire on his property on March 13th. He had received a bill for $6,636. After he explained the situation on how the fire started and that it involved more than just his property, it was decided to rescind the bill. He also offered to make a $500 donation to the department, which was accepted by the board. A bid from Darrell Hayes was presented at $12,270 for repairing, sealing, and restripping of the parking lot. Due to the cost being over $3,000, the board will need to obtain more bids before a decision can be made. The board also discussed a handicap ramp on the north side of the building, but no action was taken. Chief Floyd then gave his report to the board and said the SCBAs are on order, but no delivery date was given. He also mentioned that the vehicle fire training class hosted by Missouri State University in Columbia was a success with 19 attendees present. Floyd also reported that the department is updating the new software with inventory items and that filters and items to service the trucks have been ordered. The date was then set for the next meeting to be taking place on Tuesday, May 7th at 6 o'clock at the fire station, and that meeting will be open to the public. The board then went into closed session where they approved probationary firefighter Mason Blair be added to the roster and approved to move Assistant Chief Dennis Floyd to the position as Chief and Lieutenant Derek Thomas to the position of Assistant Chief. The meeting was then adjourned. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem campus, contact admission counselor Chris Welch at 573-729-7071.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan, or can't afford to go away to college, or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
You'll find these spring deals at K&H Auto Supply. Gumot intake valve cleaner for $12.99 for the 11-ounce size. Blue Devil oil stop leak only $14.49. And Blue Devil head gasket sealer for $29.99. Come on by today at K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store here in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City.
The weather, the market, the soil. Corn farmers know some things are inconsistent, except for Veltima fungicide from BASF. It consistently outyields other fungicides on average by 7 bushels per acre, consistently wins in on-farm head-to-head comparisons, and consistently makes for happy farmers. Veltima fungicide. Visit RevXFields.com for full results. Always read and follow label directions. Yield data based on summary of 2019 through 2022 RevX Field Scale demonstration trials.
Don't pay retail for your diamond engagement ring or gift. Come to CleanOrigin.com, founded by a family of leaders in the diamond industry for more than a century. We're experts in ecologically friendly lab-grown diamonds because that's all we do. Come clean with Clean Origin, the only diamond jewelers who give you a 100-day, no questions asked return on your purchase. Head to CleanOrigin.com or one of our retail stores and mention code Radio10 to receive 10% off. That's CleanOrigin.com, code Radio10.
Missouri, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Illinois, Iowa, Tennessee, Arkansas, Indiana, and I can keep going on and on.
John, are you going through the 50 states?
No, Mike, he's giving us the states of the Cardinals radio network.
It's just amazing. We are heard just about everywhere across the Midwest.
For over 130 years, Cardinals baseball has been entertaining fans of all ages.
It's no different this year. We're bringing you all the hits, homers, strikeouts, and excitement right here on the Cardinals radio network powered by Graybar.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem Baseball Tigers are scheduled to play Thayer today at 5 o'clock at the SHS Baseball Field Complex. If played, the game can be heard on KSMO Radio and video streamed on KSMO Media. Salem enters the game with a 7-2 record overall and 3-0 in the SCA Conference. Thayer is 2-3 coming into the game. The Salem Lady Softball Tigers lost their 7th straight game as they fell to the Licking Lady Wildcats Tuesday, 16-6. The Lady Tigers are 2-8 on the year, and they will be off until Monday when they play at Mountain Grove. The Salem Tennis Tigers will host Licking today, beginning at 4 at the Salem City Park. The middle school track meet Wednesday at Cuba was canceled and will not be made up. St. Louis Cardinals lost to the Philadelphia Phillies Wednesday, 4-3. Ivan Herrera and Brendan Donovan homered for the St. Louis Cardinals, who will have the day off today. The Royals earned their 6th straight win, beating Houston Wednesday 11-2. Kansas City goes for the sweep this afternoon. Jordan Kyrou scored 2 goals as St. Louis scored on their first 4 shots and beat Chicago 5-2. They play Carolina Friday night. And that's been a look at local and regional sports and is brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. The Royals going for the sweep today against the Houston Astros and their 7th win in a row. They'll turn to Brady Singer. The Royals coming off an 11-2 win last night. Vinny Pasquantino was 3 for 3 with a solo homer and 5 RBIs. The Royals offense batted around in a 7-run 3rd inning. It's the 4th time this season they've gone through the order in 1 inning and 3rd time on this homestand. The Blues keep their playoff hopes alive. They blitzed the Blackhawks 5-2, scoring on their first 4 shots of the game. Captain Braden Shen.
That's what you got to do against those teams, and I don't think obviously they came ready to play tonight. We were able to capitalize on the mistakes they made.
More good news. Vegas lost to Edmonton, so the Blues are 3 points out of the final wild card spot with 3 games to play. Vegas has 4 left. The Blues will host Carolina tomorrow night. The Cardinals dropped their series with the Phillies, losing 4-3. It was a bad day for Victor Scott. His error in center in the 1st inning led to 2 runs. Then he was called out in the 8th after beating out a grounder, and he turned towards second base.
I'm not perfect. I'm not a robot, so I'm going to make mistakes, yes, but I'm also going to learn from them, and I feel like that's something that everyone should know. Yeah, I make mistakes. Okay, cool. I'm going to learn from it, though.
The Cardinals have scored 3 runs in each of their last 5 games. Manager Ali Marmol says you can't pin this just on Victor.
A guy makes a mistake, and we immediately want to point it out. But the reality is we've been in every game we've played, for the most part, in our offense. isn't feeling real great about where they're at, and that's just the reality. I think that'll change. But yeah, you nitpick the rest of what's going on based on that.
The Cardinals are 6-7. They'll start a series in Arizona tomorrow. Jonte Porter, the former Mizzou Tiger, could be banned from the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver said all discipline is on the table as the league investigates betting irregularities over the past several months involving prop bets on Porter's play. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
The Department of Elementary and Secondary Education and its important partners encourage developmental screenings to help all children thrive. A screening is not a test or an assessment, but a guide for parents and professionals to understand a child's health and development and keep it on track. A simple screening can make a world of difference in school readiness. Learn more about developmental screenings at earlyconnections.mo.gov. That's earlyconnections.mo.gov.
Hitting an underground line can cause serious injury. It could disrupt service to you and other customers, and it could potentially result in fines and repair costs. I'm Commissioner Jason Holzman of the Missouri Public Service Commission. Missouri law requires anyone digging underground to notify Missouri 811 before any excavation work begins. The 811 call center will then notify all relevant utilities in the project area. So remember, you must contact 811 before you dig. It's free, and it's the law.
Dig safely, it's the law.
Frustrated with slow internet speeds? Missouri is set to spend more than $1 billion to bring broadband internet to locations without service. You have until April 26th to submit evidence that service has been incorrectly reported for locations that should be marked as unserved and eligible for funding. To check service reported for your home or business, go to broadbandmap.mo.gov. That's all one word, broadbandmap.mo.gov. Brought to you by the Missouri Department of Economic Development.
Planning a home improvement project? Always remember that working near electrical wires or equipment can be dangerous. Keep an eye out for and avoid overhead lines when moving ladders or working on your roof. If you need to work near an electric line, ask your local electric cooperative to disconnect service wires so you can work safely. Keep safety first. Always. We are Missouri's electric cooperatives. Learn more at membersfirst.coop today.
Stay right here on KSMO Radio. We've got Missouri Net News coming up shortly. And then after the top of the 1 o'clock hour, I'll be back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
God, I'm so stressed. It's a brand new year and our business is busier than ever.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 35 features.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Starts at $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Visit Ooma.com. That's OOMA.com to learn more. Ooma. Smart communications for the smarter business.
Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem License Office, Roberts Judson Lumber Company, and the Main Street Country Corner Cafe, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Townscreen in Salem.
My mom's got a new Case IH tractor, and it can do it all. Bale hay all day. See in the dark with its powerful LED lights. Hook up all the implements. Shift like a race car. Steer with ease. And it can also cool my juice box. Yeah, her Case IH tractor can do everything she needs it to.
Looking for a tractor that can do it all? Check out caseih.com.
Missouri Net News. I'm Elisa Nelson. The Missouri Senate has passed legislation that would ban child marriage. The bill, co-sponsored by Republican Holly Rader and Democrat Lauren Arthur, now goes to the Missouri House. The House version of a wide-ranging crime bill got a warm reception this week during a public hearing before a Missouri Senate committee. The measure includes stiffer penalties for celebratory gunfire and killing or harming a police animal. Marcia Hazelhorst with the Missouri Juvenile Justice Association testified in favor of the bill.
Certainly all the data over the past 10 to 15 years supports the changes that have been made
made in Representative Roberts' House bill.
The committee has not yet voted on the measure. And Missouri is a little drier this week than it was last week. The latest drought monitor map shows an area of extreme drought in southeast Missouri that has expanded in size. This is Missouri Net.
Black vultures can be harmful